Will you bow your head with me as we open into a time of prayer? Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day. I pray that we have a good rest of this day, and thank you for all these great memories you've given us. Help us to do what you want to do in this future. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
We would like to welcome you to our 6th grade graduation. We're going to start off with a program, and we do a day at school. The students have written what they want to say, and we go over it in class, and they talk about different things that have happened this year at school. We're going to start with students who will be speaking to you about Bible and chapel.
Competition of who had the best reenactment of a Bible story. My group had Samson, and we won.
I like chapel when me and my friends do the song Fruit of the Spirit. When we are a cluster of grapes, which place Dominic? Sorry, Dom.
I enjoy family chapel. I like the fact that the whole school gets to worship in one big room together. It is like an extra church service that I can have with my friends.
In family chapel, we normally start off with dancing around, but then we slow it down with a worship song. And that is personally my favorite part because I enjoy singing.
We would like to sing you a group of songs that are in Spanish and English. We had the opportunity to do Spanish this year, so we have a couple of Christian choruses we're going to sing for you. Next, we have students who will be speaking to you about math.
I like math class because Miss Santos always finds a way to make it fun.
I like math because I am smart at it. I like it when we take a test or quiz because when we are done with a test or quiz, in the afternoon we might play games or just talk to each other. In math, we normally talk or listen to music, but we still get our work done, of course. I also enjoy math because I like Miss Santos.
My favorite thing in math is converting Fahrenheit and Celsius. My favorite memory is when Zoe does their joke of the day.
I like math because I get to tell the joke of the day. Math is one of my favorite subjects, and there's no problems with it. Miss Santos was an additionally great teacher. I would do it all again in a heartbeat, except for the math part.
I like math because Miss Santos teaches it, and we can joke around sometimes. My favorite memory from math class is when I almost killed the class from laughter with my stomach shot, is when I put a pencil in my stomach and chewed across the room.
Next, we have students who will be speaking to you about language, reading, and spelling.
I like language because when Miss Smith demonstrates a new part of speech, she uses one of our names in the sentence, and I also really like making up sentences.
Oral book reports are very nerve-wracking, but I just look at Miss Smith with a smile on her face, and it makes me feel 100 times better.
In math, my favorite thing we did was research papers because I got my favorite person in history, Harriet Tubman.
I like spelling. My favorite part about spelling is when we get to do riddles that are on our spelling page.
Spelling was okay.
Next, we have students who would like to speak to you about history.
I like history because I get to learn facts that I never knew.
History is one of my favorite subjects because Geography Bowl is fun and the map locations are easy to me.
My favorite thing in the book was when we learned about different animals in different regions. I also like the Geo Bowl because I like going against my classmates.
I like history because it's a big book about drama.
Now some of our students will be singing the President's Song for you.
George Washington,
John Adams,
Thomas Jefferson,
James Madison,
James Monroe,
John Quincy Adams,
Andrew Jackson,
Martin Van Buren,
William Henry Harrison,
John Tyler,
James K. Polk,
Zachary Taylor,
Miller Fillmore,
Franklin Pierce,
James Buchanan,
Abraham Lincoln,
Andrew Johnson,
Ulysses S. Grant,
Alfred B. Hayes,
and James A. Garfield.
Chester A. Arthur,
Grover Cleveland,
Benjamin Harrison,
Grover Cleveland,
William McKinley,
Theodore Roosevelt,
Willard Howard Taft,
Woodrow Wilson,
Ward G. Harding,
Calvin Coolidge,
Herbert Hoover,
Franklin D. Roosevelt,
Harry S. Truman,
Dwight D. Eisenhower,
John F. Kennedy,
Lyndon B. Johnson,
Richard Nixon,
Gerald R. Ford,
James E. Carter,
Ronald Reagan,
George H.W. Bush,
William J. Clinton,
George W. Bush,
Barack Obama,
and Donald Trump.
We're also going to sing you another song that is from history. When we learn our states and capitals on the map, we're going to be singing the states for you. And if you'll picture in your mind the map, actually we're kind of going down and up and down and over. So it's not alphabetical order because we're learning where they are on the map. So they're following along. So see if you can picture it in your mind.
New Hampshire, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. Let's go. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, cha-cha-cha-cha, Vermont, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Wisconsin, Minnesota and Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana and Texas, Oklahoma and Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Idaho, Washington and Oregon, Nevada and California, Juneau, Alaska, Honolulu, Hawaii, and that is all. Cha-cha-cha-cha.
I think they got a little bit fast in their nervousness, but we made it through it. Next, we'll have people speaking to us about science.
Science is my all-time favorite subject because I like learning about Science is my all-time favorite subject because I like learning about life science. During life science, we get to bring different types of bugs inside.
One of my favorite memories from science was when I was in a group with Hayden and Carter, and we were building a structure that would withstand an earthquake out of spaghetti noodles and marshmallows. But all Hayden and Carter wanted to do was eat all the marshmallows.
I like science because I like doing experiments together. My favorite experiment is the blubber minute because we put our hand in the bath full of water and ice. I had to leave my hand in the bath for 8 minutes.
Science is one of my favorite subjects because we did experiments. My favorite experiment was when we grew carrots. We tried using carrot tops, but it didn't work, and when we tried using carrot seeds, it did.
I like science because of all the fun experiments. My favorite experiment is an oil-spilled dish soap and Carter spilled it in the boys' bathroom.
Science is my favorite subject. My favorite experiment is the volcano experiment because we made a big mess and the room smelled like vinegar. Yuck.
Space Camp is always a popular trip that they think about for years to come, and I'm so thankful that every student in the class went this year. And they're a great group of students. We did really well at Space Camp. One of our groups won Best Mission, and I think the other one was probably second. But we had a good time. It's a great group of kids. You should be very proud of your kids. Right now, we're going to have some people speak to you about Space Camp.
I was on Team Sirius. On the mission, my position was commander. At Space Camp, I tried to conquer my fear of heights on the moonshot ride, but instead of conquering my fear, I passed out. My favorite part about Space Camp was watching my friends' reactions to all the different rides.
I was on Team Sirius. On the mission, my position was Mission Specialist 1. My favorite part was G-Force, but I also liked the simulator ship because when it turned, everyone crashed into each other.
I was on Team Alpha Centauri. On the mission, my position was Mission Specialist 2. My favorite thing was G-Force. It spun around and there were 3 G's in your body. The other thing was a gift shop. I bought Jupiter juice and it was slimy.
I was on Team Sirius. On the mission, my position was flight director. My favorite ride was Moonshot, and my favorite thing was launching the rockets. And my favorite simulator was the MIT. I'm at Space Camp, and I want to go back.
We have one last thing that the students would like to speak to you about. At SCA, we have lots of extra things for students to do, and a few of the students will just give you a taste of what they get to do.
I like homecoming week because we get to dress up as different things throughout the week.
My favorite day of homecoming week is Thursday because we got to dress up as superheroes.
I love volleyball because I get to play with my best friends. I also liked the choir trip. Even though we got stuck, we still did great and won 5 first-place trophies.
My favorite sport is basketball. My very first game, I caught the ball and it smacked me in the face. I cried, but I kept playing. I also did cheer, and my favorite part was the stunts. I was a back, which is the support part of the stunt.
I like playing Foursquare because when Hayden throws it behind his back, he gets himself out. I also like track because I won almost every race. Don't race me!
Okay, let's give them a hand for the program they put together. Now it's time for the teachers to give some awards, and I would like to call Ms. Santos and Ms. Smith up to give their awards first. For those of you that are just visiting, the sixth graders have 3 main teachers. I'm their homeroom and teach them science and history and Bible and spelling. Miss Smith teaches reading and language, and Miss Santos teaches math.
I just want to say, this group has a special place in my heart because they were my first homeroom. And I'm just very, very proud of you guys, and you know how much I love you. So I have just a few awards to give out. This one is a Certificate of Excellence for reading, and this goes to Allison Monroe. The next one is also a Certificate of Excellence for language, and this is Sophia Santos. My improvement award this year is in reading, and it goes to Zoe Bishop. And then this is the Accelerated Reader Award. We use that program at school. The students read books and they take tests and they earn points and different things like that. And this group, I get so tickled at because when I'm trying to teach language and I'm ready to move on to the next thing, they're like, no, I have 1 page left, or no, I'm not finished with this chapter. And so they're fun to read with, and I'm usually jealous that they get to sit and read and I have to work. So this year for the 6th grade, Dominic Ferguson is our winner. And you have a gift card.
Hi, I'm Miss Santos, and I'm the math teacher. That's their favorite subject, you know. They just love math. So, no, we try to make it fun as much as possible, where we work things out loud or have a joke of the day just to try to enlighten things and just make things lighter and just more fun because the numbers are difficult. So, but I would like to give a certificate to the Outstanding Math Award, and the first one I had a tie, and so I would like to give the first one to Allison Monroe. And the second outstanding achievement in math is Sophia Santos. I also want to give a Most Improved Award. She's new to our school this year, and I was just so impressed with how well she came throughout the year, and she just advanced so much, and she worked so hard, and that's Emma Bryan. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Santos and Ms. Smith. I'm going to move this over because I've got several awards, so give me just a second. I may get lost behind it. First, I'm going to give some character awards. These are awards that I picked for each student, something that, a good quality about them that I just wanted to acknowledge. And so I'm going to give one of these to each one. And I'll just go in alphabetical order. For Zoe Bishop, I'm giving her a character award for being witty. I'm sure you can tell that by her comments and things even in the program. And so I want to acknowledge her for that. For Emma, I was thinking about Emma, and I wanted to give her something for being eager. Her eagerness, she'll try new things. You saw that she's excelling in math, but she's not afraid to try new things. So that is a good character quality for Emma. For Olivia, I was thinking about her creativity and her artistic ability, so I want to honor her for being creative. Dominic, I want to honor him for being very conscientious. He's all boy, but you can tell that he has a very good conscience and that he is going to try to do the right thing. For Leah, it comes to me very quickly. Leah is very helpful. She'll ask me anything she can do to help. She's very kind and very helpful. Now, Anthony probably wants me to give him an award for being humorous, which he is very humorous. He makes us laugh. But I'm going to give him an award for his character trait of being very kind-hearted. Underneath all that laughter, he's a very kind young man. I know he's got a lot of family here. He already told me that he had a bunch. And for Angel Molina, I was thinking about him. He works so hard that people don't even really know. He makes very good grades. He studies hard. And so I want to give him a character award for being faithful. He's very faithful to do a good job. Now, Allison, I'm giving her the same thing I gave Dominic because that it describes her. She's very conscientious and she wants to do the right thing. Journey Peppers. Journey Peppers is a very graceful, sweet young lady. I'm giving her an award for being easygoing because she helps people relax. She does her best, and if she doesn't get 100 on something, she still goes on, and she does a very good job. So she is easygoing. Sophia, what I picked for her right away is leadership. Has a very good ability to lead in the classroom, and the students usually follow what she wants as far if she needs to organize something. So I'm going to give her one for leadership. Presley. When I think about Presley, I think very respectful. I've never had an unkind word from her. She's always very kind to me, very respectful. She doesn't push her way. So I want to honor that. The quality that I'm honoring in Carter is being athletic. Anything that he puts his hand to on recess, after school, as he told you, track, he's very athletic, and that is a talent. And the last but not least is Hayden Yates. And I want to tell you that Hayden is very intelligent. He can pick things up and will spit back information that no one even knows he's listening to. And so I'm going to honor him for being very intelligent. Now, these two awards were in the yearbook, but I wanted to bring them out to you for Christian character. The students voted on these. They had picked Sophia Santos for the girl for Best Christian Character, and they picked Dominic Ferguson for Best Christian Character for the boy. Now, in Bible, one of the first class I teach of the day is Bible, and I want to honor 3 students for their academic excellence in Bible. The first one is Olivia. The next one, no, it's just, I'm sorry, it's just 2. I said 3. Sorry. The next one is Anthony Martinez. He has a very good grade average in Bible. The next subject we usually teach is history, and I want to honor Hayden for a very high grade average in history. Spelling. I told you that Angel is a hard worker, and he has a very high grade average in spelling. Now, I want to honor several students in science. I'm looking at grade average, but also in a scientific mind, an inquisitive mind about things. The first one I would like to give it to is Journey. The next one, Dominic told you that's his favorite subject, and he is also very good in science. And then the last one, Zoe not only is witty, she has a very good scientific mind, so I want to honor Zoe. Now, for AB Honor Roll, I'll let you come up here. Let me scoot this over. I'm going to call out those who made either A Honor Roll or AB Honor Roll for the year when we look at each separate class for the year. Okay? The first one to come up here is Olivia Evans. AB Honor Roll for the year. The next one is Dominic Ferguson, AB Honor Roll for the year. The next one is Allison Monroe, all A's for the year. Oops, sorry. The next one is Journey Peppers, AB Honor Roll for the year. Sophia Santos, all A's for the year. Where'd she go? Hayden Yates, AB Honor Roll for the year. Come around this way. They may want to take a picture. Okay. Now, we have 4 students that were nominated for Student of the Year because of their high grade point average, and we've now actually got the actual grade point averages in. And in 4th place, also nominated for Student of the Year, is Journey Peppers. She has the 4th highest overall GPA for the year. And in 3rd place, and being a Student of the Year nominee, let me read you a little bit about this one. I put it on the back. We've got a lot of things. So for the 3rd highest GPA, this person had the 3rd highest number of points in Geography Bowl, tied for highest GPA in Bible, 3rd highest GPA in History, tied for 2nd highest GPA in Science, and 3rd highest GPA in Math. That is Dominic Ferguson. So he ranked 3rd in the class. Now our salutatorian was the 2nd highest, had the 2nd highest number of points in Geography Bowl, tied for the highest GPA in Bible, highest GPA in History, tied for 2nd highest GPA in Spelling, tied for 2nd highest GPA in Science, 2nd highest GPA in Math, highest GPA in Reading, and 2nd highest GPA in Language. Our salutatorian of our 2019 6th grade class is Allison Monroe. And our valedictorian for the 6th grade class had the highest number of points in Geography Bowl, tied for the highest GPA in Bible, 2nd highest GPA in History, highest GPA in Spelling, Science, Math, Language, 2nd highest GPA in Reading. That is Miss Sophia Santos. Oh, she also had the highest SAT. I have that in there too. So congratulations for our valedictorian 2019. Thank Thank you to all the parents and relatives who have allowed your students to come here. It's a joy to teach them. They're a great group of students. I really enjoy them. They're a close class. They love visiting with each other. As you know, some of you, they visit outside of class. But I just want to let you know that we're honored to have them here. Now Miss Sharon will come up and she's going to be giving some Bible verse trophies.
I'm so proud of this class. They are funny. They'll have lots of fun when you see them out in the cafeteria. But they're hard workers, and I'm so proud to be able to present their Bible verse trophies. If they'll just come get them, please. Emma Bryan. Before I give them out, though, for you guests, each year we give a challenge, and it's many, many verses of memory work that cover our theme each year. And it's very challenging, but these young people memorized it. Olivia Evans. Dominique Ferguson. Leah Gore. Good job, Leah. Anthony Martinez. Angel Molina. Allison Monroe. Good job, Allison. Journey Peppers. Good job. Sophia Santos. Good job. Presley Stewart. Good job, Presley. Carter Stone. And Hayden Yates. The next thing is the exciting thing, and that's where they get their diploma. And that means that they'll be going into junior high, which they're so excited about that. I don't blame them. So now Miss Menzies is going to call these names out for me so that I can congratulate them.
Our first one is Zoe Bishop. Emma Bryan. Olivia Evans. Dominic Ferguson. Leah Gore. Anthony Martinez. Angel Molina. Allison Monroe. Journey Peppers. Sophia Santos. Presley Stewart. Carter Stone. And last but not least, Hayden Yates.
So proud of them. They completed all that is required for them to graduate from 6th grade into junior high. I'd like to present to you the 2019 graduates from Southwest Christian Academy. You may now move your tassel. All right. And now we're going to watch the slideshow that Mr. Jamie has put together for you. Would y'all have a seat? I think you'll enjoy it.
Your little hands wrapped around my finger, and it's so quiet in the world tonight. Your little eyelids flutter 'cause you're dreaming, so I tuck you in, turn on your favorite night light. To you, everything's funny. You got nothing to regret. I'd give all I have, honey, if you could stay like that. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up, don't you ever grow up, just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up, don't you ever grow up, it could stay this simple. I won't let nobody hurt you, won't let no one break your heart. No one will desert you. Just try to never grow up. And never grow up. You're in the car on the way to the movies, and you're mortified your mom's dropping you off. At 14, there's just so much you can't do, and you can't wait to move out someday and call your own shots. but don't make her drop you off around the block. Remember that she's getting older too, and don't lose the way that you dance around in your PJs getting ready for school. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up, don't you ever grow up, just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up, don't you ever grow up, it could stay this simple. And no one's ever burned you, nothing's ever left you scarred. And even though you want to, just try to never grow up. Take pictures in your mind of your childhood room. Memorize what it sounded like when your dad gets home. Remember the footsteps, remember the words said, and all your little brother's favorite songs. I just realized everything I have is someday gonna be gone. So here I am in my new apartment in a big city. They just dropped me off. It's so much colder than I thought it would be, so I tucked myself in and turned my nightlight on. Wish I'd never grown up. I wish I'd never grown up. Oh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. Could still be little. Oh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. It could still be simple. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Stay this simple. Won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let no one break your heart. And even though you want to, please try to never go. Oh, 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 oh. Don't you ever go.
Let it go, let it roll right off your shoulder. Don't you know, the hardest part is over. Let it in, let your clarity define you in the end. We will only just remember how it feels. Our lives are made in these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours still remain.
Oh, that was precious. I just want to say publicly, you could not have had any better teachers than you have had with Miss Menzies, Miss Smith, and Miss Santos. Y'all have done such a good job. They've taught them so much, but they're still so much fun. But we're so excited for you. Congratulations. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for giving your time to visit with them. You are dismissed.